of them boy, they no bad. None of them boy, they no bad. Bad man, still forward to some archbishop, them no bad.
You know I suggest. Just let's go.
Hello, everybody. Welcome to Scottish Virtual Drift Championship. Today we are at Driftland in Scotland, one of Scotland's most popular tracks, in a track where some of the most violent drifting happens in the UK and in Scotland in general. Want to thank everybody for being here tonight and everybody for showing up and sitting here with us through this very aggressive competition that's going to be happening tonight. Battles will be starting very soon. And, yeah, thanks for being here.
It's a nice night today at Lochgelly. One of the only drift tracks in the whole of the UK that's only for drifting. So it's going to be a hell of a ride with all these dirt drops, allowing drivers to drop a wheel, pop up a wheel, and yeah,
yes, sir.
Give us some beautiful freewheel motions. And we are waiting for first two battles.
Gonna have Cormac Guard versus Kobe Wells.
Here we go, initiation.
Oh, and driver straight off the line coming into the first turn. Cormac leading in Kobe. Very strong line from Cormac. And Kobe making sure not to let any gap open up between the drivers. Staying right on his door through this second section of the track and coming into the final section. Very nice line from Cormac, and Kobe making sure to stay very close to him, not letting any budging happen or any mistakes. That was good. Very good.
Cormac was pulling away a bit from Kobe there, and Kobe had to take a shallower line coming around into clip 4 and 3.
Looks like he popped a tire as well.
Yeah. Cormac running a nice consistent line, as you can see through here. B-line through that clip and a B-line through there. And he wasn't fully A-line, but it looks like he ran a nice lead line and done what he had to do. So here we go. We'll go for the second half of the battle.
Kobe Wells leading in. Cormac Guard. Kobe Wells in an E92. Cormac Guard in an S14. Here we go. Drivers coming off the line, slowly rolling into the first start chicane and into the first turn and initiation. Kobe having a very smooth initiation and coming through that second section. Big flick into that second clip, and Cormac making sure to not let any sort of space open up between, staying right on his door through this entire battle. This is very good coming into the middle section. Kobe keeping a very smooth and easy to follow line, a little late on the transition, but it's okay. Cormac making sure to stay with him the whole time, even through that little bobble in the transition and across the line.
It just seems that Kobe took a bit of an inside line there in the lead. Basically, the judges were asking for the lead driver to stay on the white line on the outside as much as possible. And Kobe here nearly touching the inside rumble strip in the lead. And I think that's going to be one of the biggest deciding factors through this battle. Is going to be that lead line, because Cormac was just absolutely on Kobe's door. Kobe doing a good job as well. So we'll get a judge's decision here. Swipe him left for Cormac, swipe him right for Kobe. And Cormac gets the win. Looks like
Cormac
Kobe will be
is going to be advancing on to our top 32 tonight.
Yes.
Well, tomorrow, sorry.
Yeah, Ireland has won this battle. But we have many more to come. Cormac doing some tasty rings there. Sponsored by every single garage in Ireland.
All right, and moving on to our second battle of the night. Congratulations, Cormac. Who do we have up here? Hold on.
And there we go. We had a buy run from Jason there.
No, yes. Sorry. Just pulling up the standings on my end.
Seems I had a technical difficulty with my mic there, so I had to switch it back over. So sorry about that.
Good.
Next battle should be... I'll find it in a second for you guys.
Sorry, but Alex, would you mind sending me the bracket? Because
yes, I can.
All right, appreciate it.
Next battle will be Anthony Taylor versus Ravat.
All right, here we go. Looks like it's
Anthony Taylor in the lead.
Yup.
Germany versus America.
Yup. Here we go.
Anthony Taylor in the lead. Ravat in the chase. Two very different cars, but two very big cars here.
A Hyundai Genesis and a BMW E46.
Yeah, two very big cars.
With engines I could not tell you, but probably a 2JZ, if I had to guess. But drivers coming off the line. Anthony Taylor crossing the line very fast into that first transition. And Jeremy struggling, dropping two tires off, getting a big heel drop. But Anthony keeping a smooth line for the rest of the track. Absolutely speeding through this whole track. That car is incredibly fast. And Jeremy catching up, but I don't think it's going to be enough from that little tire drop in the first part of this battle and across the line.
It looks like Jeremy just nearly parked it on top of that bank, and it was not looking like a good situation now. As you can see from the replay, transitioned, looks like the car just gripped up and he couldn't get to the other angle quick enough, and he just straightened and went straight into the bank.
Unfortunately.
Luckily,
we have our second part of the battle. Jeremy coming off the line very fast on that first turn, cleaning up his line, getting perfectly into that outside zone, and Anthony staying right with him through this whole battle. Coming into the middle section of the track, Anthony staying right with Jeremy through this whole section.
Very good battle.
Very, Very, very good so far. Very nicely through that second transition with Jeremy and Anthony, making sure to let no gap open up between him and Jeremy, which is very nice to watch. That was a great second half of that battle.
Very good way to finish off the battle there for Jeremy. He kept composed and did a really good line, which most drivers struggle with after a little bit of a bobble. You know, some drivers get into their head. A lot of these drivers are very nervous here. And yeah, it's just, it's a lot of nerves for these sim drivers, you know. Them playing on a game and people calling it a game, but really it's a simulator. So swiping left for Anthony Taylor, swiping right for Jeremy Ravat. And there we go. Anthony Taylor moves on to the top 32 tomorrow.
All right. Congratulations, Anthony.
Sadly, Jeremy Ravat will be knocked out and will be going home on the trailer. So,
unfortunately,
we will be going on to the next battle here.
We have Bond versus Kowalczyk. I believe that's how you say it.
Kawasaki being a very popular name at Driftland here in real life, competing in SDC. Same with Bond, I'm pretty sure. So 2 SDC drivers going against each other from the real life series here at Driftland.
Oh, well, it looks like Skiggin has a Byron in his E92.
Okay.
Skiggin is coming across the line in his BMW. Big flick into that first turn. Coming nicely through this whole sector. Little smooth Byron from him. Not really much risk going hard in this battle.
Yeah.
You just you want to keep a smooth line. Oh, and he misses the second.
And he's dropping tires.
Oh my.
He looks like he's getting all out of shape here on his Byron. But he completes it. He hasn't made a mockery of himself, luckily.
He did cross the line. Yes. And he's already going out for the second half of his battle. All right. Oh, never mind. Okay. Well, I think that first run was definitely enough.
And this is the last battle, we could call it, of this group. So there will be a little break so we can switch the server over, get the second group into the server, and yeah, we will be right back.
Sure.
of them boy, they no bad. None of them boy, they no bad. Bad man, still forward to some archbishop. Them no bad.
You know I said yes. You know I said yes.
None of them boy, they no bad. None of them boy, they no bad. Bad pants in power to some archbishop.
Welcome back to Scottish Virtual Drift Championship with our second round of the first bracket right now. Drivers are just getting set. Sorry for such a long wait.
Yep, so I think we'll be going for a Jordan Fry's buy run first,
Got it.
if it is correct. Today it is a night round, so we have got all these nice lights around here lighting up the track, courtesy of myself and Driftland. Of course, Rise for making the track and making it so accurate to the real life version. Big props to him for even setting this series up. Massive thanks to all our sponsors up the top, as you can see them going past and as the ads you've watched. If you're interested in any merch or anything from Driftland, they do have a website for all their merchandise, and they do a lot of stuff on there. So while the adverts are playing, you can go check it out. Make sure to like and subscribe, and yeah, sit here, enjoy the stream, grab yourself some snacks, and let the battles unfold. We're still waiting for some of our drivers to get to the line and get ready. It seems that some drivers are having problems listening to that.
All right. I am here.
Today's going to be a very long stream, as we've got to get through our tops, the first bracket of top 64, and then we'll join you tomorrow for a top 32 and top 16 and on. So tomorrow's going to be jam-packed with action, and yeah, I hope to see you there tomorrow.
Tomorrow's going to be fun, yeah.
Mm-hmm. And we might have our battle at the line. We are just waiting. If some of you know, you can see on some Facebook posts have been said about the massive new addition coming to Driftland. And yeah, which I'm very excited about at the back. I think everyone that's seen it is very excited.
It's going to be wild, yeah.
Yeah, I think it's going to create a whole new eye to new drifters. People are going to start coming, and it's going to be such a good investment into the drift community in the UK.
Well, it looks like we're having a slight misunderstanding at the line. Never mind, we are good. Jordan Fry going for his buy run right now in his Team Excellence S14 Koki.
Yep.
Unfortunately, Mike Mack could not make it out to the competition today, so Jordan's getting a buy run, and here he comes straight off the line, coming through the starting chicane. Smoothly through and firing into the first turn. Strong initiation and speeding through this whole track. A big flick, a double tire drop on his buy run on that first transition, which is quite unfortunate. Don't know how that will affect his score, but he's coming nicely through the rest of the track. Nicely filling the rest of the zones. A big flick into that second transition. Into that fourth outside and coming nicely through the last section of the track and across the line. That is a mishap.
I think we may need someone on the bank saying, "You shall not pass," because a lot of people are going on to... They seem to be driving up the bank. It's not a clipping zone. The clipping zone is on the tarmac, guys, okay?
Yeah, boys, that's not part of the track.
Yeah. This
Especially
isn't
on a buy run.
this isn't rallycross. It's drifting. And yeah, we'll be getting on to the next battle, which is gonna be, looking at my chart here, Shulkov versus Corbett.
All right.
This could be very interesting as we're about to see a massive Ferrari 599 drift on a UK track.
Yes, that is quite unusual.
And Ferrari 599 with a lot of aero, as you could say.
Quite a bit. Quite a bit.
And they seem to
might
be
actually-
They seem to be populating in the sim world, as they are very easy and fast cars to drive. So, as you can see, the Ukraine skin on Artem Cholkov's 599X Evo.
Yes. I think that might actually just be the 599X Evo.
Yep,
Like just the stock car.
it is a 599X Evo with an angle kit. He told me.
Oh damn! Oh well, there you go.
So Ryan Corbett in a Nissan S15. I'm gonna presume it's powered by a 2J because that's what every S15 is powered by.
Everybody in the world.
Yep, definitely.
Here we go. Drivers about to be okay. Miscount. We're good.
Come on, boys, we need to go. Come on.
We gotta get it going.
I want to see some battles.
Yeah, for real. Right, counting down and off the start line. Artem leading in Ryan Corbett. Here we go. And across the line, here we go. This battle starting, firing through the first turn. A big transition by Artem. Oh, tire drop. That hill again, taking another victim. And Ryan letting a little big gap actually open up between him and Artem. But through this midsection of the track, he's going to be closing that gap as much as he can. A huge late transition from Ryan Corbett.
Wow.
Making sure that he has a very smooth line for the rest of the track. And across the line. That's unfortunate from Ryan.
A very big gap there coming.
Yeah.
That Ferrari is just super fast, not only in a straight line, but drifting as well, which might surprise some people.
Yeah. Oh, and here we go for the second half of the battle. Ryan Corbett leading in Artem Shulkov, coming off the line and through that starting chicane. And Ryan Corbett getting on throttle, coming into that first turn, firing through that first section into the big. Oh, wow! Big contact on that first transition. Ryan Corbett.
It looks like he just hit a bump and it sent the car around.
Yeah, there's something. It completely looked like in that first transition, something completely interrupted the car, which made him spin out.
The first transition is a very big problem for people right now. Okay, here we go. Swipe him left for Artem Cholkov. Swipe him right for Ryan Corbett. And Artem Cholkov gets the win in the Ferrari 599XX Evo.
Moving on to our top 32.
Yep.
And knocking out Ryan Corbett.
Sadly, the Scotsman will have to go home. Which, he's only down the road, so he'll be alright. But yeah, Artem Cholkov here to stay.
Sure, that's not the best we've seen from Ryan. I'm sure he's a much better driver than that, but that some stuff like that happens sometimes. So
yeah, you see, nerves change you, and you could be the best driver in the world, but at some points you're going to get beaten because of your nerves or a simple mistake. Yep. And that there was just Ryan Corbett. It looked like he just hit the bump the wrong way, he didn't time it right, and his inputs just led him to spin out. The next battle here, it looks like we're going to have a very good looking RX-8 coming out here. There's going to be Stephen Hatcher versus Nathan Vieira. Which
the 4-rotor boy.
A little birdie told me that Nathan Vieira is in an E93 E93 that has no roof.
Yes, a convertible. That is odd to see, but it's actually really cool.
See, I failed English, so I don't know what convertible is. But I just said no roof for some reason. But here we go, Stephen Hatcher in that Mazda RX-8 with the Sim Magic livery on the side of it. And Nathan Vieira in that BMW E92 powered by a 2JZ and part of Team Voisin.
Here we go. Canada versus France. Stephen Hatcher coming off the line, leading in. Nathan Vieira. firing through the line. Listen to that four-rotor scream, and he's flicking into that first transition.
Oh,
Steven
on the door!
nicely on throttle, absolutely letting that rotary sing across that midsection of the track. Coming in through this middle section nicely through that third outside and nicely into the fourth and through that second transition. Nathan staying very close to him, not letting any sort of gap open up. But that was a hell of a battle to watch. And yeah, that was great. We'll see.
Nathan Vieira surprising everyone here.
Indeed.
Took some paintwork off of that RX-8 here, just rubbing his door around this corner, and then Stephen Hatcher just letting that RX-8 rip with that rotary Mazda performance car.
It sounds beautiful. Oh, and here we go. Nathan coming across the line, and Stephen letting absolutely no room open up between these drivers.
Big contact
on that first transition, knocking Nathan off the track, I think. I honestly think from the looks of it.
It looked like Vieira broke something.
Yeah, a lower control arm or something like that.
It just looked like just the car just misfired and just went boom. Like, if you see here, he just slows down suddenly, like right here, gone. Yeah.
Yeah. It looks like he either got off throttle because he was scared he was going to go too wide, which is what caused Steven to hit him. I do not think that was Steven's.
But we are not judges here. We've got to leave it down to the judges.
Yep.
And yeah.
Who will take it? The Brappy boy or the BMW boy?
They have no car sound, by the way, Blackout. And there we go. Waiting for the judges to have their decision here. Yeah, seems just Vieira just parked it mid-track there. I don't know if it was intentionally or he just because people are having a lot of technical problems recently. It seems that everyone's PCs are breaking. So here we go. Swipe him left for Stephen Hatcher. Swipe him right for Nathan Vieira. And Stephen Hatcher gets the win. Looks like Canada is going to win this one. So yeah.
Moving on to the next round of our top 32 and knocking out Nathan Vieira.
Yeah, and that was the last battle of that group, so we're going to have another ad break. This one should be a lot quicker.
Not to worry, it will be fast.
So yeah, I'm not going to make any promises, but we're going to try and make it as fast as possible. So yeah. Blackout.
escape, girl, tonight.
Firestorm, 'cause I turn into a monster. Ready for the war, better with the flag. None of them boy, they no bad. None of them boy, they no bad. None of them boy, they no bad. Bad man, still power to some archbishop. Them no bad. Who them from me?
You know I suggest. You know I suggest. Let's go.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to Scottish Virtual Drift Series. We are just about to start our first half of our B group right now with John Elgood and Aridus Sadowskis as our first battle. John Elgood leading in Aridus leading in, John Elgood in the chase. Drivers at the line right now, BMW E46 versus Nissan 400Z.
Yep, very interesting livery on that 400Z. It's probably the first Jap speed livery you'd probably ever see on a 400Z.
Yep.
And yeah.
All right, here we go. Aridus coming across the line, firing into that first turn. A very nice entry and nice first transition. Oh, a tire drop from Aridus, and Jean is following him across his line. And very nice through this midsection. Aridus coming nicely through that third outside and nicely into that second transition and into the fourth, with John staying right on his door, even through the mishaps in Aridus' lead. That was good to watch.
A very aggressive battle from these two drivers. Looks like they both want to put it down on the table and both get the win. But we're going to switch over to the second half of the battle. We're going to have Elgood in the lead and Aridus Sadowskis in the chase.
Yes, sir.
So, yeah.
They come across the starting chicane, and Elgood waiting to fire it across the line. And here we go, initiation, and coming into the first turn and through the first transition. John opening up a huge gap between him and Aridus, but Aridus making sure to close that gap quickly as it opens. And John coming nicely through this midsection of the track and into the third outside clip, and nicely through that first or second transition into the fourth, with Aridus following close behind and letting a little gap open up in the last section of the track across the line.
Oh, big crash! Oh, wow!
After the line. I see.
John Elgood just drives away.
Yep.
AC's realistic, guys.
car not at all broken, not at all.
It's just a little fender bender. Okay, we'll pull it out with the heister.
A little plunger bending.
Yep.
Well, I think there is definitely an obvious advantage in this battle, but we're going to see swipe left for Aridus Sadowskis and right for John Elgood. And John Elgood takes the win, knocking out Aridus Sadowskis in our top 64 tonight, and John moving on to our top 32 battles tomorrow.
Very good start to the Group B.
Yes, indeed.
Mm-hmm. Next battle.
Alex Standing.
Ooh.
Versus
I'm
Christian.
excited.
Yeah, no, this will be a good one. This will definitely be a good one.
I think we're going to have to put tinfoil hats on us here. And I don't know what's happening here. Maybe Byron. Looks like Christian Petrov has not shown up, so Alex Standings gets a Byron.
The Mclellan Motorsport E36 right there. Looking very nice.
Very beautiful car.
As you guys might know, Stewart Mclellan is one of the owner and operator of Driftland, the actual course, and he is also an incredible driver in BDC in the UK. So.
Yep, and a very beautiful car being powered by, I'm pretty sure, an turboed S54.
Oh, that's very beautiful. Yeah.
Connected to a Sampson gearbox, which is estimated to make around 1,400 horsepower.
Oh, yes. As you do. As you do.
As you do. The man's just a madman. But we'll go on to the next battle, which will be the Battle of the Scots, ladies and gentlemen. Cameron Mustard versus Jason McCleary are going to be at the line here.
This is in his I actually really like that car. It is an R32-3. Or R32 with an R33 front end.
It's an R32. It is just an R32, which is surprising. Yeah, so the headlights are light bars. So this car is an old BDC car, which was piloted by Matt Carter. Look at the beautiful flags there popping up. Both Scottish flags. Cameron Mustard in the lead, and Jason McCleary in the chase. Cameron in an R32 and Jason McCleary in a Toyota Supra.
Yeah, for a second I thought that was a 33 front end, but now I'm looking at it, it's obviously 32.
Yes, it's got light bars for headlights, so it's a very cool car there. Old BDC car. And
All right, and Jason McCleary coming across the line. Cameron Mustard in the lead. Jason McCleary in the chase. And Cameron coming across the starting line. Initiation and strong into this first transition.
Oh.
A huge flick from both drivers. And Jason staying very close
on
to
his
Cameron. through
door.
absolutely pushing his door through this whole track. This is what we want to see tonight in battles. And Cameron coming nicely into that third transition, or third clip, coming into the second transition, and Jason making sure to stay very close to him, absolutely on his door. That was great. I'd honestly say that was the best battle.
I'm speechless. Literally, Cameron Mustard was on every single clip, even tapped the wall to finish it off. But Jason McCleary did not back off and matched the exact same level that Cameron Mustard brought here. And here we go for the second half of the battle.
And Jason coming across the initiation line, a big flick into that first turn, and a huge transition, matching Cameron's aggression on the last one in his lead. And Cameron making sure to stay right with Jason and match the aggression of Jason's chase on him. Coming into this midsection, through the third clip and through the second transition, Cameron staying right with Jason, making sure to match angle and keep proximity the whole time. That was great.
I could see this going one more time.
I definitely could too. I do have a slight advantage in my head, but I am not a judge, so I just commentate for the time being.
Both drivers just pushed each other around the track. Both ran good lead lines. I don't know if Jason did a bit of an over-rotation on the last corner. Here,
he may have. Oh, yes.
Oh, no.
Yes.
I don't know. Just throwing big angle.
Good. Either way. It looks like there was a slight contact with the wall across the line there.
Mm-hmm.
That should be the thing. As they already had finished their run. Already crossed the line.
It's a shame to see two very good drivers against each other in the top 64, because this is final material right here.
Yeah, no, this is definitely like semifinals battle material. Definitely.
But there is other good drivers here in this competition, which we will see potentially even bigger and better battles than this. So buckle your seatbelts and get ready for it, ladies and gentlemen. We're still waiting from a very big decision here from the judges.
Yeah, I think this is going to take them a minute. Because that was an incredibly close battle. I think the only difference I could really spot watching that was Cameron didn't match as much angle as Jason did in his chase, but that still could be made up by the fact that Cameron kept very consistent proximity through that entire run. So
yes,
as Jason did. So this will be a hard call for the judges, definitely.
Mm-hmm. They were so close, and it's so hard to pick them apart.
Yep.
They both were nearly at the exact same proximity, and here we have a decision. Swipe him left for Cameron Mustard, swipe him right for Jason McCleary. And it looks like Jason McCleary might get the win there. Well, it's me.
No, yep.
Jason he gets the win.
Knocking out Cameron Mustard in this top 64 and moving on to top 32. I do think, as I was stating earlier, I think that how Cameron wasn't matching the angle as much as Jason was, I think that's what really got him, but that was a close call. That was an incredibly close battle.
It could have went either way and we would have been happy. So
yeah, truly. Yeah. But here we have what is Gonzalez versus Jackson Lay. So Adam Gonzalez versus Jackson Lay. Coming up to the line, Adam Gonzalez in a RPS 13 with a very nice B-Wave wing on it. Very nice Drift Games style look for that.
As I say, Jason McCleary being a very good up-and-coming driver, knocking out an ESDA driver there. And that's a big achievement for someone like Jason, as ESDA had to get into.
Rainbow Underglow on Jackson.
Oh my god.
There you are. That's the first Underglow we've seen on.
What a monstrosity.
And the RGB. But no. All right. Here we have... Oh, I think Jason might be having technical difficulties or something of the sort.
See, that I could imagine his PC being RGB as well. He's one of them people.
I could definitely imagine him having the spinny RGB.
He's got the TikTok lights in his room and everything. Like the light strips around his roof. Yeah.
The $20 light strip.
Yeah.
I know exactly what you're talking about. All right. Well, we have Adam Gonzalez leading in Jackson Lay for the first half of this battle. We have Ryan doing a light check right now, just making sure the drivers can see it. And the lights counting it down. Adam coming off the line through the starting chicane, and Jackson not letting any room open up in this start. And then Adam firing it through that initiation and into the first turn. Coming through the first transition very nicely. A big, bouncy transition from Adam. And Jackson staying close to him, but a little struggle through that first transition from Jackson to keep proximity. And Adam keeping a very smooth line, a little lead over rotate and nearly spinning out, but he did save it, which caused Jackson to completely check up on the chase, and he made contact with the wall before crossing the line. That is going to be a 0 for Adam Gonzalez.
Oh my God.
That was something. That was definitely something.
Oh no!
Okay, you do not like to. That is not how we want to see battles go. Most definitely not. But here we go. Second half of the battle. Jackson Lay, S14 Koki. Adam Gonzalez, RPS 13. Here we go.
Oh my God! Honestly, I don't think I'm getting over that one. That's the funniest crash of the night. Okay, here we go.
That was something. But here we go. Jackson coming across the line into the starting chicane, coming through this initiation, firing into the first turn. Big power and a big flick. Oh, a little slow to rotation in that first transition, but keeping a nice line. Could be a little further out to the zones, but still very smooth through this first section of the track. Coming into the midsection, Jackson filling most of the zones. And a big flick from him into that second transition, and Adam letting a gap stay open between these drivers for that whole battle, which will definitely be a deciding factor in this battle. I don't honestly know which way it will go. I mean, I shouldn't say that. It's pretty obvious which way it will go because there was a crash in the first half of the battle. But also, that first half of the battle, I think that Jackson could have definitely been closer to him through that. That first bit.
I don't know. He might have brain damage from that crash.
Yeah, I have no idea. Yeah, that was a mean crash. Jeez, oh man.
Oh dear.
All right, 2 American pure-blooded patriots we have here. Oh, there we go, and Jackson Lay taking the win. Jackson Lay moving on in his S14 Koki powered by a 2JZ, what do you know, into the top 32 bracket tomorrow, knocking out Adam Gonzalez, another American boy.
I'm pretty sure we'll have a break here. We'll be going on to the fourth group of the second group of Group B. So we'll be right back after the server has reset.
Hello, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome back to our second half of the second bracket tonight. For our battles, our first battle, I believe, is Porter Stewart Holmes versus Hawkins, if I am not mistaken. Or Harkins, sorry. Oh, okay, never mind. Never mind. Got it. All right. So, I was mistaken. We have Stewart versus Kessler. Chris Kessler versus, I do not know Stewart's first name, but we have a RPS 13, the Drift Games RPS 13 versus a S14 Koki, both powered by 2JZs, I believe. So, yeah, here we go. This should be a really good battle. I believe I missed the first half of the battle, unfortunately, but it's okay. Here we go. Chris Kessler leading in. Stewart across the line. Stewart firing, or Kessler firing into the first turn. And, big transition into that. That car is absolutely flying. And Stewart letting a huge gap open. He's trying to catch up, but he just can't. Chris's car is
to be seen.
Ripped up, absolutely flying through this track. Through that third clip and through the second transition into the fourth outside and coming nicely through the last section of that track and across the line. Stewart was nowhere to be found for that entire run, unfortunately.
Yeah, which I think he tried his hardest, but to be honest, that one S14 has got a lot of grip dialed into it, and from my memory from driving the RPS 13, it is one of the slower cars, so he is going to have a harder chance. He's going to have a harder time keeping up with that S14. But Chris Kessler running a nice lead line here, doing everything he has to do. And him in the RPS 13, he didn't make any major mistakes, to be honest. It was just proximity. He was mimicking the line well. He was mimicking the line, doing the exact same line as Chris Kessler was, but he may have missed a clip or two. But it was down to sheer power and grip there.
Yeah, no, Chris's car is just incredibly gripped up. Very, very good car, but he's set up well.
We'll get onto the second half of this battle, and sometimes set in any second. As you can see, Chris Kessler just absolutely pulls away from him there, and it's very unfortunate that happens, but some people are faster than others, and that's drifting. Okay. And here we go. Chris Kessler, if you swipe left Chris Kessler, swipe right for Green Stewart. And Chris Kessler gets the win.
Moving on to our top 32, knocking out Graham Stewart tonight. Unfortunately, I think that's not nearly even close to the best we've seen from Graham, but that's how the cookie crumbles sometimes, is the car just doesn't feel right, or there's something up with the car, something goes wrong. But here we go. Yeah. Next battle is going to be Junk Crew's very own Will Sampson versus Team Excellence's Russell Jones. Russell's going to be leading in Will tonight for our first half of this battle. Will in a, I will say, particularly beautiful MX-5. I'm not biased at all to that car, but but here we go. Will Sampson chasing in Russell Jones, GR86 versus NA Miata MX-5. A 2JZ versus a 2AR. So
very interesting battle here. That MX-5 is sort of in its element, as this being a smaller track, this layout being a nice snappy track. So he has the good bit here, but there is no inner zone, so the MX-5 doesn't have any advantage with the size of it. So it's just going to be down to these drivers here.
Yep, and it is entirely driver mod, but that MX-5, I will say, because I did delivery on that car, and I have also tested the data, that car is incredibly quick. So it is
waiting for them
Ryan doing a light check right now.
Yep.
Oh, and Russell, a little flap of his doors. Here we go. All right. Lights counting down. Russell Jones coming off the line. Will Sampson following very closely in the chase behind him. GR86 versus NAMX5 Miata. And Russell coming clean across that initiation line. And a big flick. A little gap opening up, but Will closing the gap just as quickly as it opens up. Will staying right with Russell for this entire run. Very nicely staying on Russell's door. That little Miata. And Russell keeping a beautiful lead line for Will to follow. Will staying right with Russell. This is beautiful to watch. And here we go across the line. That was a great run from both drivers. Russell giving an easy, smooth lead for Will to chase, and Will putting up a equally good chase. So here we go for the second half. Yeah. Will leading in his Miata, with Russell chasing him in the GR86.
Say two very good drivers. Russell doing a nice lead line, and Will just sticking it to the door.
Yes, sir. All right, here. Oh, a little contact on the line, but it's okay. Here we go. Will coming, firing across the initiation of a big transition into that second outside. Oh, here we go. A little gap Will's opening up between him and Russell. Russell staying nicely with him, though, closing that gap very quickly, and Will coming into the middle section of the track, nicely through that third outside, and nicely through that second transition and into the fourth, and keeping a beautiful line for Russell to follow and across the line. You love to see it. That was a fantastic battle. That was great.
Both drivers throwing it down as hard as possible. As you can see from the contact on the line, they were just going hard. They were in the zone.
No clear winner from this, actually.
Yeah, it's a very
close battle. Yeah.
Side by side is very close. You can see here they're about the same proximity of each other, but Russell being a bit more inside, but on more proximity here.
Yeah, I think the only real difference I can see is, as you said, Russell being a little keeping that constant proximity.
More consistent proximity there from Russell.
Yeah.
But the MX-5, we will not count him out as we are not judges. He did a very good job there in the chase. He was a bit closer than Russell at one point, which might even it out here. So we could see a one more time maybe coming from these two amazing drivers.
I can most definitely see that happening. I can most definitely see it one more time.
Mm-hmm. And that would be a very good swipe him left for Russell Jones and swipe him right for Will Sampson. And Russell Jones gets the win.
Russell Jones knocking out Will Sampson in the top 64. Very unfortunately, moving on to the top 32. Amazing driving from both drivers. That was an incredibly close battle, but I think that's slightly closer, yet inside, not at matching the line as well as Will did, but he kept that closer proximity through that last section of the track, and I think that was enough to take that slight advantage in that battle. That was incredibly close. That was incredibly close.
Definitely hard battle for both of them drivers there. Will Sampson trying his best, but sadly that little MX-5 hasn't got the... It looks like it was splitting hairs and the judges did what they did. And yeah. Here we go. We're going to have Brendan Stacy versus Jacob Klingler. Two patriotic Americans here. So we're going to have ourselves an all V8 battle, I assume. Maybe.
Yes, it might be a freedom battle. Oh, here we go. Sorry. Drivers coming across the line. We have Brendan Stacy leading in Jacob Klingler. And Stacy coming beautifully through that first transition. Very aggressive on through this first section of the track. Staying very nicely on the outside, and Jacob not letting any gap open up between them. Coming to this midsection, Polaris making sure to flick it nicely through the third and fourth outsides and keeping a smooth line for Jacob to follow. Oh, beautiful driving, but a slight contact right at the line. Wow, that was something.
We nearly had another car into the wall situation there. Nearly come to a complete dead stop, but gratefully they didn't do that. And here we go. It's going to swap it around. We're going to have Jacob Klingler in the lead and Stacy in the chase.
Yep, this is I believe probably a LS-powered C6 Corvette, as I would assume,
Uh-huh.
versus Polaris in his RB-powered S15.
Pretty sure it's very similar to Matt Field's car being powered by a Pro-Charged LS7.
Yes, sir.
And Jacob King, Stacy, I may correct myself, is in an RB26 S15 made by VDC in a 2.0/3.0 pack. So yeah, we'll wait for the second half here. Looks like they're talking about something, and we'll be getting underway any second now. Okay. We'll be waiting for Artix to rejoin, one of our judges here today. Oh, and
Oh, here we go. All right,
no, on
Jacob
a
Klingler
replay.
coming across the line, and Polaris following very close. Oh, here we go. And Jacob Klingler, a big initiation coming into this first section of the track, and a huge transition from Jacob. Nice flick straight to angle. He's going a little inside through this first section, which is causing Polaris to kind of have a mishap in his chase. But Polaris is making sure to keep constant proximity through this midsection. Jacob coming nicely through the third and second transition into the fourth clip, keeping a nice outside line for the last section of the track for Brendan to follow. But we will see what the judges say about that battle. That was very good.
Well,
Very
at
nice.
least they didn't hit the wall this time. There's a lot. There's seen a lot of people be happening, and you know what hasn't happened in a couple of runs? No one has mounted any banks yet, which
Yes,
is
no,
very
this-
surprising for these drivers.
This is very good. On that first transition, we have not seen a double tire hill drop on these. So
Yeah,
it's going to be
and
something.
and luckily we haven't seen anyone flip yet, which is good because
Yeah,
usually
that would be
usually you would have people flying over the hills and not knowing
Definitely.
where to go on the track. But these drivers have been practicing for a long enough time to know exactly where to go, what line to run, and yeah, we'll be waiting for a call here from the judges. I don't really think who could win this one.
No, it's something. I am quickly gonna go grab a glass of water. I will be right back while they decide on this call for this battle.
Okay. Don't know here. I am not seeing anything that could separate the two, but I am not a judge, so we'll wait for the judge to make the decision. Of course, them being
All right, I am back. Looks like we're still deciding on this battle, which I can understand because this was a pretty close battle between these two drivers. So, Brendan Stacy in that very nice looking D-Max S15 powered by an RB28. I believe that is actually the VDC 3.0 car. So, yeah, there you go. Well, and then we have Jacob Klingler in his very nice looking C6 Corvette powered by as you do, a pro-charged LS, which is, in my opinion, if you're going to do an LS, it should either be turboed or pro-charged. So, I just think, I just think those are the most, the most swag of the LSs. So,
and I think Willie Hanna will be very proud of that S15 by being an Abbey. as his words are, the sound bad, they sound bad, and they sound bad.
Yes.
And
I,
that's a controversial opinion there.
Yep. I personally, as many of you know, am an RB boy myself. So I do love me a good Watata coming out of a Nissan Inline 6. So
I will say I do not mind a turbo UZ.
oh, dude, those sound amazing. Yes,
Mhm.
I love how those sound.
Or an NA3 UZ.
Yep.
But-
No, yeah, beautiful noises. Oh, well, here we go. Swipe left for Brendan Stacy. Swipe right for Jacob Klingler. S15 or C6 Corvette will win.
America versus America. And someone from America has won. And it's split decision, and Jacob Klingler gets the win in that C6 Corvette. And sadly, Brandon Stacy will be going home tonight and not compete tomorrow. But Jacob Klingler fought as hard as he could, and he got the win. So we'll go on to the next battle here, which is gonna be. Oh, that is the last battle of them.
Yeah, I guess so. So yeah, now that we are going to be moving on to our C group, so there's going to be a small intermission, as you guys are used to. So we have 16 battles left for you guys tonight.
Okay.
Looks 16 battles planned, and sometimes one or two of the battles doesn't happen because the drivers haven't showed up, unfortunately. But that's how it goes. So
Yeah.
Just you and me, let's escape, girl, tonight.
bad. None of them boy, they are bad. Bad man, send power to some archbishop. Them not bad. You know I still just. Just. Let's go.
Yep. And we are back for Group C, Server 3. And we are waiting for drivers here to pull up to the start line. First battle is going to be Brandon Carter versus Alenius. Matthew Alenius here. It's going to be the UK versus the US here.
Oh, well, it
And
looks
it
like
looks like-
Brandon.
yeah.
Byron. So, all right, Brandon Carter crossing the line in his Nissan S15, powered by 2JZ. Very beautiful sounding car.
Dropping 2 tires nearly.
There we go. Firing through this first section of the track and into the midsection very nicely, coming into the third outside clip. Oh, almost missing that third outside and a big second transition to that source. Coming nice and wide around the edge of the track and across the line. Nice Byron from
Nice,
Brandon.
yeah, nice conservative Byron, dropping tires in places, but who would matter? Who?
Yeah, no, it's not
Yeah,
bad. He just has to cross the line without zeroing, so. Oh, I pray for the man that zeroes in this Byron. Oh, he's gonna hear it. He's gonna hear it.
Mm-hmm. We are waiting for the next battle to line up here. You see another Byron.
All right, well. Oh, does William have Byron here too? All right, so we have Sam Guns versus William Holloway, but Sam Guns unfortunately has not showed up with us tonight, so we have William Holloway, Kyle Mohan Racing's very own William Holloway, at the line in Kyle's real-life Mazda Tricks ND MX-5 with a 3-rotor. Or actually, I think that might be a 4-rotor.
Yeah,
But
pretty sure.
Yeah, no, William coming nicely through that first section of the track. A screaming rotary slamming off limiter the whole time. Coming into the middle section. Nicely through that third outside and into the second transition into that fourth. Very smooth line. Could have been a little more outside in that last section, but nonetheless, that was a great Byron.
Yep.
Conservative is good. Speed, fast, very, very nice, very smooth. You love to see it.
Yeah, seems that he's just run down a run, because we've got to realize in the commentary box here, if they throw it hard and they mess up, they potentially lose a Byron, which
will not be good for them in the fact that they lost the Byron, and I will be tearing into them because they lost the Byron. So here we go. We have David McKeever of Carbon Drift Team versus Jimmy Calavano in his Mark IV Supra GT86 or ZN6 chassis with a Mass Motorsports 466 V8 and a versus Jimmy Calavano in his 2JZ powered Mark IV Supra. Here we go. David McKeever to lead in, Jimmy Calavano to chase.
two very good drivers here, so we're going to have a very entertaining battle.
Yes, most definitely. This will be great.
And yeah, there's obviously a lot of TJZ cars out here today, which very
tons.
popular engine.
Yes. All
And
right,
there we
here we
go.
go. David McKeever firing through that initiation and big transition into that second outside clip, and Jimmy Calavano not letting any room open up between these drivers. Jimmy staying nice with them through that first section of the track as they come into the middle section of the track. David getting just out to that third outside zone and nicely through that second transition. Jimmy
on his
literally
door.
rubbing his wheel on his door through that second transition. Very nice driving from both drivers. Incredible lead from McKeever and an incredible chase from Jimmy. So that was very good to watch. And here we move on to the second half of our battle. Jimmy leading in and David in the chase. Calavano versus McKeever. Toyota v Toyota. 2JZ versus Mast Motorsports V8. And here we go. Lights going off and Jimmy coming through the starting chicane with David close behind. And here we go. Jimmy firing into that initiation. A big entry, big speed coming through that first transition. A bounce. Oh, a complete tire drop out of that hill. That's the first time we've seen in C Group. And here we go. Jimmy coming nicely through this first section of the track and nicely into that midsection. Coming smoothly through that third outside clip and a big second transition from Jimmy with David staying close behind. Nicely through that fourth outside and through the rest of the outside of the track through that last section. Very nice from Jimmy.
I think
very nice from David.
I think that tire drop on the inside is going to decide it.
Yep, I entirely think that will be the deciding factor, unfortunately.
Yeah, that was the only mistake there.
Jimmer made a big mistake there, buddy. I know Jimmy's better than that. I know he can do better than that. But yeah, there you go. That's how the cookie crumbles sometimes. So, very, very good driving from both drivers. Jimmy was on his door in his chase, and David was pretty much on his door too for most of the track. So that was very good to watch. I think through the first section when Jimmy had that hill drop that he that kind of messed up McKeever's chase, but still, very good, very, very good driving from both drivers.
I think I have a slight advantage in my head, but could go the complete opposite way. So I'm not going to say anything because the judge is cursed, as I think.
Yeah, the commentator cursed. Yep. Oh, well, there we go. Swiping left for David McKeever, moving on to our top 32, knocking out Jimmy Calavano. Very unfortunate.
Speaking about exactly what I said, it went the opposite way to what I thought. So David McKeever gets the win in that GT86, sadly knocking out Jimmy Calavano in that Toyota Supra. And yeah, we'll go on to the next battle, which will be Ricarte versus Dustin Ebel. Which I think we have some... I think they're both here today, if we're lucky. And yeah.
Well, yeah, here we go. Next battle is going to be coming up very soon. As Alex has just said, we have a Ricarte versus Ebel.
Yeah, and I think that this might be under a very... I don't know how to say it, I just think these guys are going to be an underdog battle.
Yeah, you might be right.
Two drivers that we don't know the names of, and they can come out flying.
Yeah, I've never seen either of these guys drive, so this will be interesting.
I'm very excited here for this. I've seen Dustin Ebel drive before, Dustin Ebel being a very good driver, but Ricarte could pull it together, and you never know.
All right. Well,
I think the drivers are using shopping trolleys to push the cars to the line.
yep. No, yeah, I think that's actually what's happening.
Yeah.
Or
Or
they've
they,
brought their
or they,
custom trailer.
you know, there might be an SR coming up to the line. We never know.
Yep. We even know. Oh, okay. Well, we have Benjamin Ricarte coming up to the line in his E82 powered by.
Ooh, we're in the interior, boys.
Oh, here we go. Here we go. We're getting that onboard POV. We like it.
Very beautiful insight here. Very weird handbrake selection, I will say.
Oh yes, no, that's definitely the iron or the pistol grip. Is that called? I think that's what it's called. Yeah, the pistol grip handbrake there. All right, we have Benjamin Ricarte at the line, and from the looks of it, we might have another Byron, as it doesn't look like Ebel is showing up, and that is the case. We have Benjamin. Okay, all right, Benjamin Ricarte coming through the start chicane for his Byron, and firing into that initiation in his BMW V8 supercharged powered E82, and he dropped 2 tires on the hill. Oh no, and here he comes. Little shallow up through that first section. Very light on the throttle, I will say. And he's coming through this midsection of the track nicely into that third outside clip and nicely through that second transition into the fourth and coming smoothly through the last section of the track and across the line.
Nice, safe.
Pretty solid.
I say safe, but he nearly flipped it.
he almost zeroed out on his Byron. He almost had it.
And it seems that we have just been told that Dustin Ebel didn't make it to the line in time.
Unfortunate.
So, unfortunately, he will be out of the competition. And Ricarte will get the win on that one.
Yep.
And I think we're going to have a quick break, as all the drivers might be in the server any second. And yeah, we'll see you on the other side.
tonight.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to Scottish Virtual Drift Series as we move into the second half of our Group C bracket tonight. We're going to have our first battle as Andreev versus Schwartz. And Grigory Andreev versus Kevin Schwartz. It is Ukraine versus Germany.
Let's see how these drivers fare out here. It's going to be a very good battle, and another Ferrari on the track here, which rare sight.
Yes, indeed. All right, well, we have drivers coming across the line right now, coming through the starting chicane. Grigory Andreev leading in Kevin Schwartz.
Nice
599XX versus S14. And here we go. Kevin Schwartz staying very close to Grigory through this first section of the track, and Grigory staying nice and smooth, coming into the midsection through the third outside clip. Very nice and big, snappy second transition, and coming into the fourth outside clip with Kevin Schwartz not letting any gap open up. That was very nice.
These guys in Ferraris, they are dangerous.
Yes.
They are very dangerous, but Schwartz, he didn't give up. He was fighting, and he actually, like the other battle against Ferrari, they actually got on the door.
All right, well, here we have the drivers coming off the line right now, coming through the starting chicane. Kevin Schwartz leading in Grigory Andreev. And here we are. Kevin nicely into that initiation, a big flick into that second outside clip through that first transition, and Grigory not letting any space open up absolutely next to him that whole time. Coming into the midsection, Kevin keeping a very smooth lead for Grigory to follow. Nicely into the third outside, missing the fourth outside through a second transition, and nicely through that last section with Grigory not letting any room between these drivers open up. That is, I think there's definitely an advantage in that battle, but either way, that was very good. And I also can't get over the God beam coming out of Kevin's car at the front. So the actual sun is being used as his light. So it's definitely a look. All right, well, here we are. Which way will it go? Grigory Andreev versus Kevin Schwartz. Who will take it? A beautiful 599X Evo. A beautiful Ferrari with another very nice looking Super Doof S15.
A very beautiful shot here of both of the cars. That S15 sort of looking like an S15 from this shot here.
Yeah, it is. It's definitely a little odd.
Yeah, very odd looking S15 there. But of course, basically, that Ferrari is just a straight race car.
Yes, truly.
We're waiting for the judge's decision here.
Yes, I do like Kevin sticking with the BBC sort of theme of throw the car together, make it drive good, and then go to track and drive. Do not care about aesthetic. Just make it skid good. Make it do good skids. But yeah. It does, the livery is very, very nice, but the light bar, I can respect that functionality.
Yes. It only needs to work.
Yes, it gives off lumens, which is the only thing that matters in light.
Yes. If it has 4 wheels and a lock diff, it can drift.
Indeed. Literally anything
And
can.
it looks like we're looking at the replays again. Looks like judges are having a look at some things. This is a very hard call for these judges. Of course, 2 very outstanding drivers here, but Grigory Ajeev having that bit more proximity, which could solidify the win for him. But we are not judges, so we'll wait.
All right. Well, the judges have come to a verdict. Swipe left for Gregory Andreev, right for Kevin Schwartz, and it's going to be a one more time from all 3 judges. Here we go. First one more time of the night. Our second half of the season, very late into the battles, only with 12 battles left after this. Or 11 after this, sorry.
Yeah.
This is the 12th. So here we go with a repeat of this battle. The driver's going back to the pits to change out tires.
We might get some more in-car footage in a Ferrari, guys. Let's all get excited.
Getting some fresh rubber for the next battle. It's going to be great.
I wonder how much the rims cost on that Ferrari, because he's got to have spare tires, and he's running the normal Ferrari wheels.
Oh no, yeah, those are that's going to be a pretty penny, definitely.
Yeah.
Not at all a cheap car to run. It's like running a Bugatti Veyron in drifting. Bugattis are absolutely
and we are
terrible.
inside a Ferrari, and the Ferrari does not have a handbrake or a shifter.
Yes.
Yes.
Yeah, that is quite literally just the stock 599X with a just set up for drifting. So
yeah, he just
All
said,
right,
yeah, like we said, if it works, it works. He threw an angle kit on a 599 and drifted it.
Yep, there you go. Well, whatever gets you going, whatever does skids and does them well. All right, well, Gregory Andreev coming across the start line and through the start chicane with Kevin Schwartz staying very close behind. Gregory, a big initiation from him coming across the line. And
very good battle.
Very nice transition to the midsection of this track. Kevin following very close behind, not letting any room open up between these drivers. Keeping a consistent proximity through this whole section, and Gregory too much of a snap on that second transition, which causes him to over-rotate and go inside to that last section of the track and across the line. I wonder how that is going to fare when it comes to advantages in the judges' eyes, so it's going to be something.
Very interesting battle. And Andreev making that mistake. It looks like he's talking to his spotter.
Seems like it. I wonder if Shulkov is his spotter as they're driving the same car. But here we go. Kevin Schwartz coming across the start line through the starting chicane with Gregory staying very close. On initiation, Gregory staying right on his shoulder through this entire first section of the track. This is amazing. This is what we like to see.
Wheel
Gregory
to
running wheel right up on his tour. Kevin coming very slowly through the into the midsection, nicely through that third outside clip and into the second transition. Beautifully check up. And Gregory not letting absolutely any space between these drivers. There was not even a pocket of air between them in some parts of that battles. That was beautiful from Gregory. Absolutely incredible battle. You love to see it. That was, as Ben Somerville would say, drifting was the winner there, definitely. Or vice versa in some cases.
As Dave Egan said, turn drifting off. Turn it off. That was just insane. But Gregory Andrew did make some mistakes.
Indeed. He did indeed. I do honestly think that chase will make up for it, though. That was an incredible chase.
Yes. But also, if you look at his angle, he doesn't run as much angle as everyone else.
Indeed. He wasn't entirely matching angle, but he did keep pretty much constant door-to-door proximity through most of that track, so. Just waiting for the judge's call. This is going to be a good... Oh, well, here we go. Gregory has disconnected from the river, but that is okay. Oh, we have a decision from the judges. Looks like swipe left for Gregory Andreev and right for Kevin Schwartz. And 1 vote for Kevin Schwartz and 2 votes for Kevin Schwartz. And Kevin Schwartz takes the win over Gregory Andreev in tonight's battle. I think that Gregory's over-rotation on that second transition in his lead was really the deciding factor for tonight's battle. So
yeah, definitely. And we should be going on to our next battle.
Well, here we go. It's going to be Connor Aspel versus... What is his name? Michael Veros. 350Z.
Very excited for this.
Yes, indeed. Connor Aspel leading... coming through the starting chicane and firing into that initiation, coming very fast with the first section, and Michael not letting any room open up between them. A very nice transition from both drivers, and Michael a little bobble in that first section, but very close to him more or less, and Connor staying smoothly on throttle, beautifully through that first section, coming into the mid, nicely through that third outside, big second transition into the fourth, and smoothly through the rest of the track and across the line. Michael staying relatively close to him through that whole section. He definitely cleaned it up coming into the midsection of the track, but that was great to watch.
Yeah, very good battle from these two guys.
Yeah.
Of course, Michael Veros not backing down and trying to put it on that door as much as possible.
Yes, sir. Now here we go for the second half of the battle. Drivers swapping around. Michael Veros leading in Connor Aspel, coming across the start line and through the starting chicane. Michael Veros, 350Z, Connor Aspel, S14 Koki, and here we go. Michael Veros coming fast through this first section, and Connor not letting any room open up between them. Michael very nicely through that first transition through this first section of the track, smoothly coming into that midsection with Connor right behind him, not letting any room. And here we go, and a little bobble coming into that last section of the track from Michael, and a big contact on the wall right coming across the line. That was interesting, but you know, both Michael and Connor putting down amazing lead runs and amazing chases, respectively. And this is going to be a good call from the judges, because I think there were parts where Aspel was closer, and there were parts where Veros was closer, and there were parts in both Aspel and Veros' lead where they each had the advantage and where they each kind of made a slight mishap. But we will see what happens. I believe that is a VR38 powered 350Z.
Yeah.
With a 2JZ powered S14 Koki. What do you know? So
I'm pretty sure it's an RB.
Oh, okay. Well, yes, either way.
That revs to 10,000 RPMs.
Oh, we love it. Even better.
And look at these two beautiful cars at S14 running two different Stroms DSO 5s on the back, I believe. And I forgot what they're called on the front, but two very good looking car. And as well, and that 350Z, very inspired by Adam LZ.
Indeed.
With that AOM livery in the
the same car with a rear ducktail, so I believe that's the Rocket Bunny ducktail. But yes, who will take tonight's battle?
We will see in a second. Waiting for the judges to make a call. They are deliberating.
While JZs are definitely the more reliable option when it comes to them versus RBs, and they're definitely the most widely used option. I personally, when it can be done right and when it can be done reliably, like Darren Kelly and Dwayne McKeever, well, Dwayne McKeever frequently tears down his engine, but when an RB is done right, it is masterful. It is absolutely amazing. I'd probably say it's my favorite engine for drifting when it is done right, period. It is just crazy amazing. So
Just don't do a Ryan Literal in 2021.
Oh, yes, please do not. Just avoid Ryan Literal's RBs like the plague. Please, just do not take any advice on how to build one. Please, I beg of you. If you want to learn how to build an RB, listen to the NZ boys. Right here. All right, judges have a verdict. Connor, swipe left for Connor S. Bell. Swipe right for Michael Veros. Oh, one vote for... Oh, we have a split decision. One vote for Michael Veros, one vote for Connor Aspel.
That's one more time.
So, that is going to be a 1-1.
Very close battle from them two drivers.
Yeah, no, I can definitely see that going one more time.
Yes.
Definitely. All right, well, I believe it is going to Connor Aspel leading in Michael Veros for the first half of this battle. Connor Aspel in his RB-powered Irish S14 Koki, and Michael Veros in his VR38-powered 350Z.
Here we go.
Drivers lining up at the line. Connor Aspel in the lead in his S14 Koki with Michael Veros in the chase in his 350Z. Here we
And
go.
we're off.
Connor Aspel coming across the start line through the starting chicane, firing into that initiation with a big speed coming into this first transition. A big flick transition from Connor with Michael staying very close behind. Connor very smoothly through this first section of the track with Michael staying very close on his door, rubbing his wheel on his door through that first section, nicely into the middle. So, a contact on that second transition from Michael and Connor keeping a smooth line for the rest of the track and across the line.
Nice driving from both of these drivers. And yeah, that contact may be a massive fault there with Michael Veros.
That may just be the deciding... Oh, sorry. Oh, I need a cough. But yes, that may just be the deciding factor.
Yeah.
That's half of the battle, and here we go. Drivers flipping it around for the second half of tonight's battle. Michael Veros leading in, Connor Aspel coming across the line. Drivers coming across the start line, coming through the starting chicane. Michael leading in, Connor with staying very close behind him in the chase. And firing into that first initiation with Michael. Nicely through that first transition. A little wide, going slightly over the line. Technically dropping 2 tires from Michael, but Connor staying right next to Michael with Michael's very smooth lead. Coming into this middle section. Nicely through that third outside. Big flick second transition from Michael with Connor following just as much as he can. Nicely through that fourth outside. Contact across the line.
Hits the wall.
But very smooth lead from Michael and a very smooth chase from Connor. We will see which way this battle goes.
Say, Michael had a way better chase, in my opinion, except from the bump.
I think
if he did not have that bump, he would have had a way better chase. But Connor in that chase position on the first corner after on the second corner after the transition, he did dive a bit inside. But to even that out, Michael did go outside. So here we have a decision: swipe him left for Connor Aspel, swipe him right for Michael Veros, and Connor Aspel gets the win in that Nissan S14.
Taking out Michael Veros in his 350Z, and Aspel is going to be moving on to our top 32 bracket tomorrow. So look forward to seeing him tomorrow in battles.
Doing some very tasty rings.
Yes, tasty rings, lad.
And yeah, we'll be going on to the next battle, which will be Ethan Gardner versus Connor Falvey.
Yes, indeed. Right, well, here we go. Driver's coming up to the line right now. Connor Falvey in his Nissan S15 with what sounds like a 2JZ. And... or maybe even an RB, judging by the fact that he's an Irish boy. But we shall see. Then we have Ethan G in the VDC 3.0 JZX 100 Mark II with a 2JZ under the hood. Oh, and Ethan has disconnected from the server?
Yeah,
Okay.
It looks like he has some technical issues, maybe.
Yes, this might be the case. Which may or may not cause Falvey to have a buy run.
Yeah.
Hopefully not. Because buy runs are boring runs.
Yes.
Much less exciting than medals.
Yeah, we want to see as much battles as we can, door-to-door battles.
Yeah. That is what we came here for, and that's what all the audience came here to see, so...
Mm-hmm.
Alright, looks like our driver is back in the server. Ethan Gardner coming up to the line in the JZX 100 Mark II with the 2JZ under the hood. And then we have Connor Falvey with what is probably an RB under the hood of his car.
If it's going bang, bang, bang every time it hits limit, it's definitely an RB.
Yes.
It's shooting the rods out the bomb. But...
might be a 2J. I don't even know. Yes, might be a 2J, might be an RB. But we will know if there's a hole in the hood.
Mm-hmm.
Alright, here we are. Ethan Gardner leading in. Connor Falvey, JZX 100 Mark II versus a S15 Sylvia. Here we go. Ryan doing the light check. And here we go. Waiting for battle to start. Any signal? And here we go. Lights going off. And Ethan G coming across the line with Connor Falvey following very close behind.
Let's go.
And here we go. Ethan Gardner across the initiation line, firing through the first section of the... oh, a contact completely straightening Ethan out, going onto the hill. I don't know what happened there, actually. Connor may have hit him, or Ethan's speed may have caused him to hit him. One of the two, but Connor's going to finish the rest of this runoff himself, nice and smooth and conservative through the rest of this track.
It seems that Connor did hit him on the run-up as well.
Right,
if we look at the replay,
Connor's fault.
He did hit him on the run-up, but also Ethan might have been slow, but I couldn't see anything that was saying he was slow. So it could just be a bit of contact between these two drivers. We're going to swap it around. Connor Falvey in the lead and Ethan Gardner in the chase. Yes. Let's get ready, ladies and gentlemen. Let's get ready for a good battle here. Let's hope that we can get some doors after a couple of buy runs here and misfortunate crashes.
Yes. And here we go. Lights going off. Connor Falvey coming off the line, leading in Ethan Gardner in the chase. Ethan Gardner staying very close to him, making sure not to have any contact before the initiation line, but Connor firing through the initiation line and into the first section of this track, firing through that first transition, a huge wide line, pretty much rubbing the edge of the track that entire time, and coming smoothly into the midsection. Big throttle and big power through this midsection. Coming into the third outside, a big flick second transition from Connor, with Ethan struggling to keep up for most of the run, unfortunately, and across the line.
You gotta remember,
both drivers, but I think Ethan did struggle to keep up with Connor for a lot of that track, unfortunately. We shall see the judge's verdict very soon.
And I just got word that Ethan had no force feedback in the first run.
Ooh. Well, I don't know how it magically fixed between the first and second run, but...
I think that's why he left.
Oh, I see. Okay. Well, we shall
But
see.
I think this run was a good run. Yeah, swipe him left for Ethan Gardner, swipe him right for Connor Falvey, and Connor Falvey gets the win.
There we go. Knocking
looks
out
like-
Ethan Gardner. Moving
Yep.
on to the top 32 bracket. The boys doing some rings, lad, on the in the middle.
Yeah,
Waiting for the verdict, but now we have the verdict. And yes, here we are. Moving
yeah.
on to the
They're
next.
just throwing it around.
ROS.
Yeah, and we got word that even 2 runs with no force feedback.
Well, that's interesting. That's impressive because it's not for not having any for.
Something
Yeah,
off the, I think even keeping it going.
yeah, definitely. That was great.
And next battle we will have.
So we're going to have Maxime Rose
Yes.
or Ross versus. Oh, and then we have M. Studzinski. I do not know his first name. But... Oh, what is it? Sorry. Oh, okay, so Marcel Studzinski versus Maxime Rose. Coming in, Maxime to lead Marcel in. This is going to be a Mark IV Supra, most likely powered by a 2 Dizzy, leading in a HGK E46 that I'm just gonna guess is a V8.
V8.
Yes.
Supercharged LS
Yes, sure.
with a Whipple.
Yeah, sure.
You know what I mean?
Yes, sir. And make all the wines. Make all the belt wines. All right. Well, Maxime Rose on the line, about to lead in Marcel Studzinski in a Mark IV Supra versus HGK E46 2JZ versus Master Motorsports V8. Let's see what these drivers have. And lights going off. Maxime coming off the line. Marcel staying right behind him, following him through the starting chicane. And Maxime firing it through the initiation. Big speed through this first section and a big bouncy transition.
Oh.
Very inside for Maxime, completely blowing out that second outside clip, unfortunately. But nicely through this first section of the track, angling up at a weird point for Maxime, and Marcel making sure to stay right behind him this entire time, staying as close as he can.
Oh,
and it's going to be a
rotation
spin from Maxime. Unfortunate. That is not how you want to see battles go. But again, that's how it goes sometimes. And yeah, I definitely think there is an obvious advantage there. Both good runs for Maxime and Marcel. But yes, that was unfortunate.
Bigger
All right.
rotation there.
Yeah, huge. All right, well, here we go. Second half of this battle. Drivers swapping around. Marcel Studzinski leading in Maxime Rose. Coming across the line. Coming through the starting chicane. And firing into that initiation is Marcel.
Big gap.
Coming through. Oh, huge gap opening up through that first transition and first section of the track. Super wide for Marcel.
Yeah.
Coming through this first section of the track, but Maxime is nowhere to be found, and Marcel's coming smoothly into this midsection of the track, nicely, fully filling that third and fourth outside zone, a nice second transition, and coming very nice and wide and smooth through the last section of the track and across the line. Fortunately, Maxime was nowhere close to him for that whole run, but I think the nerves of messing up his first run probably got to him, so it's understandable.
Mm-hmm. I think we may know there's a clear winner here.
Yeah, definitely.
There's 1-0. So
Yeah.
wait for the judges to make the
Unfortunately.
call. And yeah. Swipe him left for Maxime Ross, right for Marcel Studzinski. And Marcel gets the win. Sorry for my poor name pronunciations. I can't talk today, but I have to. So I think that is the end of Group C, and we'll be going into the first half of Group D after a short ad break. Stay tuned. Make sure to like, subscribe, and yeah, we'll be back in a second.
Yeah, see you guys in a sec.
Just you and me, let's escape, girl, tonight.
None of them boy, they no bad. None of them boy, they no bad. Bad man, send forward to some archbishop. Them no bad. You know I said just. Let's go.
All right, welcome back to Scottish Virtual Drift Series for our D group. Our final group of tonight's top 64 is going to be starting out with Cian Reddy in the lead with, sorry, don't want to get his name wrong. I can't actually find him in the server, but Millette. Oh, yes, Justin Millette in the chase. There you are. So, going to be an Irish boy versus an American boy.
I wanna be American. No. Okay, sorry. We're gonna have a very interesting battle here.
Definitely.
An A90 Supra versus a 180 SX. And it's Ireland versus the USA. Of course, Cian Reddy being a part of Team Prime Style and Justin Millett being a part of Legacy Tandems. Of course, if you guys are enjoying this, please share it to your friends so they can enjoy it with you. And yeah, have some fun, grab some snacks. We're in the last group here. There'll only be one more server restart and then we'll be finished soon.
Alright, well, we have Ryan doing a light check right now, Cian in the lead, Justin in the chase. Going to be the Drift Games RPS 13 versus the A90 Supra. I believe 2 JZs under both of these, so it's... And here we go, lights going off, Cian coming across the line, Justin following very close behind in the chase. Cian coming through the starting chicane. And here we go, Cian firing into that first section of the track, and a big first transition from Cian with Justin catching up through this first section. Oh, contact on Cian, a big contact in this first section of the track. Cian coming nicely into the second section with a small bump in that first. Nicely through that third and fourth outside, and Cian keeping a very smooth line through this last section of the track for Justin to follow. But
Very
I
nice
think
run.
that contact is going to be a factor that decides the winner of the battle.
Justin Millett having TikTok lights under his car.
Yeah, that's something.
Bring neons back. Let's go.
Right,
It's better than
well,
that. It's better than the RGB ones.
I completely agree. But here we go. Driver swapping around. For Justin Millett in the lead, Cian Reddy chasing him in. Coming through the starting chicane, and Justin Millett smashing the throttle, getting into this first initiation, coming very fast across the line. A big transition from both drivers. Justin has a huge flick with Cian following very close behind, and Cian letting a little bit of a gap open up between them, but Justin is... big slow from Justin coming into that middle section of the track, which caused Cian to completely smash into him. I don't know what that was about, and across the line. Here we go. That
It
was
looks like they're jumping up and down.
Yep, Justin has gone up the bank.
Oh.
All right, that section of the track is not there yet, but that is a future section coming to the track.
Oh no.
The bank isn't there yet, buddy.
I think we might need to get the forklift again.
Yeah, we just might.
If he is still up there, we need to get a shot of him.
Oh, I think he's come down, actually.
Oh.
I think he's come down off his hill. But here we go. Judges deciding. Between Justin Millette and Cian Reddy, who will win this battle? Yeah. I definitely have an advantage in my head.
Yes.
And I'm sure that Alex does too. But this is you will see what the judges think.
Yeah, very big slow there.
Yeah. A huge slowdown from
And
Justin.
Cian Reddy, a big straighten nearly, I think, after that. And we'll swipe him left for Cian Reddy, and we'll swipe him right for Justin Millett. And Cian Reddy gets the win in that 180 SX. And sadly, Justin Millett gets knocked out in his Toyota Supra A90. So next battle will be Kenneth Casey versus Tarasov, which I'm pretty sure there is going to be another Ferrari on the track, boys.
I am almost certain. Alright, well, we have Kenneth Casey in his R33 GTR. His Irish-clad R33 GTR, if I may. And then we have... Stanislav Tarasov chasing him in.
Oh, we're in the interior again, Ian.
Oh, here we go. We're getting a good shot. Getting the juicy shot.
Very nice.
Very nice.
Look at them. Look at them two turbos out of the hood.
Yeah, them turbos. Getting to breathe.
Twin turbo V8.
I believe Stanislav is actually the one that created all of the liveries for those 599s. If I'm not mistaken,
I'm pretty sure that is Artem Shulkov.
Oh, okay. Well, either way. I do know that Stanislav has an Instagram called Stanislav Gallery, where he, like me, makes liveries.
Oh, okay.
Yes.
It's Ireland versus Ukraine here. So, Casey in the lead.
Oh, and we have the lights going off. Okay, Kenneth Casey coming across the line very slowly at a snail's pace, coming through this starting chicane, with Stanislav chasing straight behind and smashing the throttle. Kenneth Casey getting into this first turn, and Stanislav staying right behind him, letting absolutely zero space. That's going to cause Kenneth to go off.
That was nearly four wheels off.
Yeah, no, there was very big bobble there from
Kenneth.
Kenneth. I don't really know what's happening here, but seems like Kenneth is having a hard time keeping the wheels spinning, with Stanislav chasing the best he can.
It's a slumber fest out here at Driftland tonight, ladies and gentlemen.
Yeah, no, that was something. That was definitely something. That was not a very active throttle. So.
And yeah, we'll wait for the second half. There we go.
All right. Oh, Stanislav coming across the line through the starting chicane, with Kenneth Casey chasing very close behind. A big firing initiation from Stanislav, leaving a huge gap between him and Casey.
Oh,
Which
he
causes
did a
Casey
wheelie!
To, he hit his inside front clip on the on that hill, which is going to cause him to get a completely inactive chase, with Stanislav just
nearly killed
the rest of the track, using Kenneth as a clipping point for that last section. That was great. I love to see it. Well, there you go. That was a pretty clear winner from that battle, if I do say so myself. So.
Yes.
That was not how you want to see it, though. But I don't know if that was technical difficulties with Casey, or that was just driver's nerves or something. Let's swipe left for Kenneth Casey, right for Stanislav Tarasov, and it's going to be Stanislav Tarasov taking the win in this battle tonight, knocking out Team Zen Drift Team's Kenneth Casey from tonight's battle.
Next battle is going to be Daniel Andrejev versus Addison. I'm pretty sure another driver here from Ukraine. Daniel Andrejev. With that beautiful IRT livery on the side.
There we go. All right. We have Jason Addison, the Scotsman himself, versus Daniel Andreev, a E90, E82 versus a S15 Silvia. So here we go. It is Andreev to lead, Addison to chase. Silvia S15 versus a M3 E82, or M2 E82, my apologies. And here we go. No, that's a 1M. I have no idea what I'm saying. But, okay. Daniel Andreev coming across the line, firing into that first turn. Oh, a huge transition from Daniel. That was crazy, but then it caused him to completely miss that second outside zone. Coming into that midsection of the track pretty smoothly, cleaning up his line with Jason not letting any room open up between them, staying very consistently behind them. A very nice chase from Jason with a kind of sketchy lead from Daniel, but more or less it was very good apart from that snappy transition.
I'd say Jason has the advantage here, in my opinion.
Most definitely, yes. All right, well, here we go. Driver swapping around. Jason in his E82 going to be leading in Daniel Andreev in his Silvia S15. We will see how it goes from the second half of this battle. Could change things. Could change the way this battle could go. All right. Lights going off. Jason coming off the line and smoothly through this starting chicane. Daniel staying right behind him. A little contact, a little bumper rub, but here we go. Jason initiating, firing through that first section of the track. A big transition from Jason. Andreev having
on the white line
is staying right next to him, and Jason riding the complete outside line of that. That was great. Coming into this middle section nicely through that third outside clip. Beautiful second. Oh no! It was too soon. It was. Oh, commentator.
Oh, and he's gone into the wall. The commentator curse has struck once again.
Truly, I said it too early, and then he spun. Oh God!
And all because of Ian.
Oh God! Oh no! Oh, I made him hit the wall. His car's broken now. Oh God, you don't like to see it.
Oh,
that's
you
gonna be a busted front clip.
You hate to see it.
Goodbye, K member. Completely non-existent anymore. That might have even been a frame rail bending crash. That was something.
That's wrapping around a tree type of crash there.
Yes, completely. Oh, but I think. I don't know. This might be one more time. Or they might give it to Daniel. Jason had the heavy advantage, but then when he spun out on his second transition, or nearly, that just kind of threw his advantage out the window. So.
He's zeroed and Daniel didn't. Yeah. Daniel kept it together on his lead run, which means Daniel would most likely win this battle.
Yeah. Or they'll do it one more time if they're feeling nice.
Yeah, but that you can't cancel out a zero like that. That was a massive mistake there.
No, exactly. It wasn't a zero, but it was a massive deduction from Daniel's lead when he did that over rotate on his first transition, that big snap. But we shall see what the judges think.
And yeah, just slams into the fence there.
Yeah, that was a big hit. That was a sizable hit.
2 people have hit the exact same spot.
Yeah. No, yeah, truly.
And it's, sad sight to see.
You never like to see it go that way.
No, you hate to see it. Okay, swipe him left for Daniel Andrews, swipe him right for Jason Addison. And the judges. Oh, and it's gonna be one more time.
That's kind of how I wanted. Well, that is definitely how I wanted that to go because I think these drivers can definitely perform better than that.
Yes, of course.
All right, well, the drivers are getting back to pits to swap out wheels, swap out tires. Here we go. Already back out. Driving up to the line, E82, 1M versus a Sylvia S15. I believe they're both 2JZ powered, but I have no idea. The 1M could be N54 or S54 or something. One or the two, or even B58, but it doesn't sound like that. All right. Well, Daniel Andreev leading in. Jason Addison in the chase. The lights go off on Daniel Andreev coming across the line and through the starting chicane. Jason Addison following very close behind, having to slow up. There was a little contact, but here we go. Daniel Andreev firing himself into the first bit of this track. Nice. Okay. Cleaning up his first transition, staying beautifully on that outside line. Daniel and Jason staying very close to him, letting a little gap open up in the first part, but closing that gap just as quickly as it opened.
Pushing him.
Truly. And Daniel coming nicely through that second transition, nice through that third and fourth outside, and beautifully through the last section of the track, making it easy for Jason to follow his line. That was great.
This is where Addison needs to prove that was a one-off mistake.
Yes, he really needs to show us that he still can.
Let's hope he's got a hold of them nerves, because when you've hit a wall and you're going towards it for a second time, it's very nerve-wracking.
He's just got to full send it here, and that's what he's going to do. Jason Addison coming across the line, firing into that first first transition. Little shallow on that first or second outside zone.
Oh, on the bank!
He's coming nicely into that middle section of the track.
Freewheeling!
Yep, completely. Coming into the third outside. Nice big transition into the fourth. And a contact from Daniel the chase. That's going to be the deciding factor of this battle, most definitely. That was just Daniel hitting Jason on that transition, going a little too hard, going a little too sendy.
I want to look at the replay here.
From what I saw at first glance, that looked like Andreev hitting Jason, but I don't know. I'll watch it over right now. So nicely through that first section.
So
it looks like Jason actually rode up on the hill a little bit through that. First bit.
And if you look here, he's straightened.
Daniel straightened into Jason's door completely.
I saw Jason.
I had a bad view of Jason through that second run, so I might be wrong.
Look at Jason here on this replay. You can see that he straightened and completely was off throttle.
Right. All right,
so,
here we go.
Big screen here.
Yep, focusing in on this one, just as we like. And then, all right, so they're nice through that first section. Good first transition from both drivers. Nice and smooth through this first section.
Running up the bank.
Yep, and a little fucking bump. A little bumpy. And then
freewheeling.
Middle section, very smooth from Jason.
And then look, right here, look at Addison.
Oh, yeah, no, he completely straightened before that transition.
There was no smoke coming out of his rear tires.
Yep. No, yeah, he completely let off. Being reactive instead of proactive, that is not good for drifting. No.
Mm-hmm.
You must always be proactive. But here we go. Who will take tonight's win? I have a winner, but I am not a judge. So, swipe left for Daniel Andreev, right for Jason Addison. 2 left, 3 left. Here we go. Daniel Andreev is going to be taking the win over Jason Addison, knocking Jason out of the competition of round 1 of our competition, very unfortunately. But Daniel Andreev is going to be moving on to the top 32 bracket tomorrow. Look forward to seeing him driving tomorrow.
Yeah, and we've got one more battle of the first half of Group D. It will be Andrea versus Calavano.
It is going to be Rashandi Andrea versus Rodrigo Carvalho. Yes, Carvalho. And yes, and then they're for sure. Okay. I think Carvalho is in the server. Yeah, I think we're good.
Okay.
Luckily, we're going to be getting a battle for the last battle of this top bracket, or this first half of the Group D bracket. So here we go.
Keep in mind, we still have another half to this group.
Yeah,
after the ad break.
we do indeed. We have 4 more battles that should be really interesting. We've got to look at these names.
From what I can see, I'm really excited.
Yes. No, yeah, same.
I see MX5 Boy is going to come out, you know? They will go around the interior again of what it looks to be a GT86, maybe. I could be completely wrong. Not a GT86.
Let me see.
It's an A90.
Oh, it is an A. Okay, yes, an A90 Supra versus I believe, an IS300. Yes, or an Altezza, whichever you would like to call it.
Yeah. And this guy just drives straight through everything in his way.
Yep. Zero cares about the cones, but here we go. This is going to be Rodrigo Carvalho in an RB-powered Altezza. Me likey.
Oh!
And I literally have never seen that, so it's very nice.
Yeah.
Never seen an RB in a IS chassis, or an Altezza chassis, whatever you want to call it, an XE10. All right, so here we have Rashandi Andrea in his VDC 3.0 A90 Supra with Rodrigo Carvalho.
Correction,
Chasing.
2.0.
Oh, 2.0, sorry. And Rodrigo Carvalho in his Altezza with an RB under the hood. B58 versus RB. Who will win? We shall see.
I think you should turn into Jared at the end of this run.
All right, here we go. Let's get ready. No, just the Rashandi Andrea firing into the first turn. Very big through that first transition. Coming nicely in, and Rodrigo following very close behind. Rashandi having a huge line, full send across the rest of this track. Coming nicely into the midsection, nicely through that third outside. Oh, a big transition from Rashandi coming into that fourth outside, with Rodrigo following very close behind and across the line. Beautiful draw. Oh, contact. Oh, God. Oh, God. The car's getting broken after the run's over. Oh, God. We don't like it. But here.
And it's just like Mike Power versus, you know who.
Yep. No, yeah, that one guy.
Yeah, that one guy. That one guy that drives a Ferrari. Yeah.
he just might. But here we go. Lights going off. Drivers flipped around for the second half of this battle. Rodrigo Carvalho leading in, Rashandi Andrea in the chase. Rodrigo firing across the initiation line, coming into the first section of this track. A big first transition from Rodrigo, which leaves a little gap that Rashandi quickly closes just as it opens, coming through this mid-section of the track and smoothly transitioning to the midsection. Rodrigo coming smoothly, kind of little shallow on those 2 third and fourth outsides, but Rashandi not letting any room open up between them and across the line. We will see what the judge's verdict is on these two battles. This was definitely a very close battle, but I think personally I have a winner in my head. But
Hey, so
that is just me.
I want to try something right now.
Mm-hmm.
Speaking of Jared Deander, we're going to try something that he would do. And this is probably, there's 78 people watching right now, and I want to do a digital Mexican wave.
Oh my God. There we
So
go.
everyone in your power that can do it, put a wave emoji in chat right now. And let's see how many people we can get to wave in chat. I'm probably going to... No one's going to listen to me. But
Turn on the right side. Let's go all the way to the left with a big wave in the audience. Let's see if we can do it.
here we go. 3, 2, 1. And no one's done it.
Absolutely
Yay!
not a skull. We love it. We love
Yay!
it. And also, I want to make it very clear.
Oh, here we go. Yeah.
Oh, we have waves. We have waves.
Yes!
There
Oh,
we go.
his arms don't work. Alright, here we go. We've got the first digital Mexican wave
Here we go,
of
baby.
SVDS. Oh,
Love
here
it.
we go. Everyone's coming.
Whoa!
Here we go. Hey, Vosan in the chat as well. Insert wave.
But boys, I also want to make it very clear, as I have just been told from one of our staff, that we are using the VDC 2.0 cars and VDC 2.0 physics. I want to make that very clear. I have been thinking that we were on the 3.0 pack, but I was mistaken. We're using 2.0 stuff. So, just want to get that out there.
I'd like to thank all the people in chat doing the Mexican wave, even though it's the weirdest thing that could possibly happen in digital drifting history.
Oh no, yes, we like
it's
it.
the only time it's ever happened. So we've done something here together, guys. We can all pat ourselves on the back.
We've
and
done
yeah.
a first.
Yeah.
But here we go. The drivers are going to be. The battle
think
shall be decided very soon.
Yeah, say it's a very close battle here. And I think, everyone in chat needs to decide this, right? So, should we make it so Ian has to say, send it Driftland? Just like Jared Neander.
Oh, dude, I will more than happily do that. Oh, let's do it. I'm doing
the
that for the
last
rest of the
battle.
battle.
Okay, do it for the rest of the battles. That's even better. Go
Okay.
in. You
Okay,
can.
Okay, I got it. I'll do it.
I say. Yeah, it'd be different. For once, it's not Long Beach, boys.
Yes, sir. All right, here we have the driver, or the judges have made a decision. Swipe it left for Rashandi Andrea, right for Rodrigo Carvalho. 1 vote, 2 vote, 3 votes. Rodrigo Carvalho taking the win, knocking out Rashandi Andrea in tonight's competition. Rodrigo, congratulations. You will be moving on to our top 32 bracket tomorrow.
And the crowd goes wild. Way!
Oh, man. All right, and we have... All right, well, yeah, that is going to be the first half of our Group D bracket. We will be back very momentarily. Stay with us. Stay tuned. We'll be back in probably 5 minutes for the second half of tonight's battle. And
you get to hear the beautiful Send It Driftland.
yes, indeed. And the last 4 battles of tonight's top 64. See you in a minute.
no bad. None of them boy, they no bad. None of them boy, they no bad. Bad man, send power to some archbishop. Them no bad. Who them from me?
You know I said that. You know I said just.
All right, welcome back to Scottish Virtual Drift Championship for our final 4 battles of the top 64 tonight. This is definitely going to be an exciting matchup between these 8 drivers. It's going to be great fun to watch.
Very interesting battle here.
Yes, indeed. We have Lewis Monks leading in his Silvia S15 with the Yashio factory kit.
Some
And
may mistake him
Alexander
for some
leading
may
in
mistake
third.
him for Sam Lucas.
Yes.
Yes.
But yes, we have Lewis Monks leading in Silvia S15 and Alexandre Blot chasing in his BMW E30. Not a car you typically see in competition these days, but lights going off. Lewis Monks coming off the start line, coming through the start chicane with Alexandre following very close behind and firing through that first section of the track. Lewis, strong initiation and strong through that first transition. Very smooth, staying on the outside edge of the track with Alexandre staying very
On the
close,
door!
pretty much on his door for that first section of the track. Nicely coming into the midsection of the track, beautifully through that third and fourth outside clip. And nicely through that second transition, nicely through this last section.
Nice from both drivers.
Andre staying very close to Lucas, with Lucas having a very smooth lead for him to follow. You'll love
Nice
to see
driving
it.
from both drivers there. Right.
Yeah. I believe Lewis has based his Yashio Factory S15 on Samet's FD Japan car. So,
Yeah.
or at least loosely based it. So. But here we go. Drivers swapping around for the second half of this battle. Alexandre Blot leading in Lewis Monks. An E30 leading in a Silvia S15. Who will win? Tonight's first of the final 4 battles. But here we go. Lights going off. Alexandre coming across the start line smoothly through the starting chicane with Lewis following very close behind. A small contact before the initiation. But Alexandre, doesn't matter to him. He still has a very smooth initiation with Lewis not letting any room open up between the drivers and very smoothly through this first section of the track. Coming in through the middle section. Little contact with Lewis on Alexandre, which causes a little bobble from Alexandre in the lead. But he keeps it smooth through that third and fourth outside clip and across the line. Very smooth driving from both drivers. Lewis definitely was a little aggro on his door there. Definitely those little contacts may even be enough to decide this battle, honestly.
Yeah, say Blot doing the best he can. Very nice lead run, very nice chase run. No mistakes whatsoever as far as the eye can see.
Yes.
Lewis Monks making some mistakes, so I think that might maybe solidify it, but Lewis was driving really good up until that point, and it would be sad to see him get knocked out this early.
Indeed.
We're also waiting for the judge's decision. They will have to think long and hard about this, as it is contact, and they will need to check a replay, most likely.
All right, here we go. Swipe left for Lewis Monks, right for Pierre-Alexandre Blot. Oh, 1 vote Lewis, 2 votes Lewis, 3 votes Lewis. Lewis is going to be taking out Pierre-Alexandre Blot tonight in this battle and moving on to the top 32. Great driving from both drivers. That was definitely one of the best battles tonight. That was very close, very good, very, very smooth driving from both drivers. But I think Alexandre at points was a little slower in his lead than Lewis was, so I think that was probably the deciding factor.
Yeah.
So.
Maybe Blot slowed down in where he wasn't meant to be. Because that is a very controversial bit, that decel zone coming down the hill.
Yeah.
Yeah. We'll be going on to the next battle. And it is going to be Kamasoni versus Halajizik.
Hmm?
This is.
Let me,
I might need you on this one.
Kalajdzic? I believe it's Kalajdzic.
Halajizik. Yeah.
Kalajdzic. That sounds right. So, it's going to be Sir... I do not know his name. Oh, Roberto Camusoni versus, Sir Kalajdzic, whatever his first name is. I do not see this man in the server. Maybe this is a Byron, unfortunately.
Yeah.
That's very unfortunate. You do not like it. Is that an M5? It is an M5. That's going to be interesting to see. Okay. And our next coming up battle is going to be a BMW M5. That's going to M5 sedan. May I add?
Oh.
That's going to
E34.
Yes, indeed.
Oh.
All right. Well, we have a Byron, unfortunately, but still, we shall move on. Roberto Camusoni putting down his Byron in the VDC 2.0 GT86 with a 2JZ under the hood, coming across the start line through the starting chicane, and firing into that initiation, getting a good smooth initiation, a nice smooth transition, all dropping 2 tires on the hill, but it's all right. He's still coming through the track. And here we go through the first section of the track. Smoothly through that third outside. Nicely. Smooth transition into the fifth, coming out the last section. And across the line.
Decent run there.
Nice, decent, conservative run. A little hill bump, but, you know, it's all right. He still made it across the line, so.
Yeah. See, he can't really lose a by run unless you end up on your roof.
Yeah,
but,
or you spin out. One
yeah.
of the two.
Which
right.
I am a part of the Air Force district of Driftland. I go into banks at 60 miles an hour.
The air defense circuit. All right, but here we go. Moving on into our next battle, Sir Owen Magner, who is a man who does some tasty rings, lad, and whose idol is another driver that we've seen tonight, Sir Connor Falvey. So let's see if Mr. Magner can make his idol Connor very proud with his performance.
And as well, Owen Magner and his dad has been working very hard on trying to get into the virtual comp, as his dad has been fixing his pedals. Owen tells me. Which,
and
what a great dad for doing that, you know.
And Owen's dad is watching tonight, so greetings, Owen's dad. I hope your son does great. But we have Tom Edgecombe, a representative of Junk Crew, here tonight in that oh so beautiful Miata. Let's see how these drivers perform. This should be a great battle. Both fantastic drivers. We have Owen Magner, which I believe is, or whom is a privateer, versus Junk Crew's very own Tom Edgecombe. Junk Crew's going racing, boys.
Owen Magner is a part of Hardstyle Drift Team.
Oh, Hardstyle Drift Team. There you go. Mm-hmm. Well, drivers coming across the starting line through the starting chicane. Very smooth through it from both drivers. That's a firing initiation from Owen, and Tom staying right with them. Great transition from both drivers coming through this first section of the track. Very smooth line from Owen, easy for Tom to follow, and Tom is staying right there on his door. You love to see it. Oh, and it's just
the little Miata is fighting. And they have switched places, and Tom in that little Miata has just pushed an S15 off the track. I think that's a world record.
Yeah, definitely. Yeah, Tom was very aggressive in his chase. Maybe a little too aggressive, but still. Fantastic driving from both drivers. You'd love to see it. Here we go. The drivers flipping around for the second half of this battle. Tom Edgecombe to lead in that oh so beautiful Miata. Mm-hmm. Junk Crew's very own, and Owen Magner in the chase, with representing Team Hardstyle Drift. So here we go. Lights coming off, and Tom smoothly across the starting line, with Owen following very close behind through the starting chicane. And Tom firing it into the initiation. Very nice for the first section of the track, and a big transition from Tom with Owen opening up or letting a little gap open up, but trying to close it gradually through this first section. And Tom coming smoothly into the last section or the middle section of this track. Nicely through the fourth and fifth outsides. Big transition from Tom with Owen letting a huge gap open up between them, unfortunately. But we will see what the verdict on tonight's battle is. Those were great battles, but I think I don't know if Tom's phenomenal lead run will be enough to outweigh the contact that he had.
Yeah.
In the chase. So
sadly, we've got two different battles on screen.
Yeah, I was going to say we have Blot and Monks versus and Owen Mags versus Edgecombe. So yeah. But yeah, no, it's all good. We shall see what the judges
and they're doing donuts.
Ringside. You like it? You like it?
There we go. Of course, it being Ireland versus the UK once again. Many of these battles have been that case.
And he was not, and I was not lying when I was saying Owen does some tasty rings, lad. He definitely does. And I think Owen made his idol Connor proud tonight. That was a great performance from both drivers. We will see what the judges think. The judges' verdict is as
well. Apparently, Connor Falvey is up there crying with tears of joy.
There we go. And we have Owen Magner on swipe left for Owen Magner, swipe right for Tom Edgecombe. 2 votes Owen Magner, 1 vote Tom Edgecombe, which means Owen Magner is going to be moving on to tomorrow's top 32 battle bracket.
And guess
Unfortunate
what?
for Edgecombe, incredible driving from both drivers, but that's just the way it goes sometimes. But
hey Ian.
Yes.
Guess what time it is?
It is time. Here we go. Final battle of tonight. We have Kogan Cavish versus Sir Hudson, which I cannot find in the server. Maybe Maverick? Is that man? Maverick?
Yeah.
Maverick Hudson meeting in Kogan Cavish.
Yep.
For the final battle of tonight's competition. Scottish Virtual Drift Series, the premier virtual drifting championship of Scotland. I'd love to see it competing or taking place at Driftland, Scotland's most known track, most definitely, and I would say one of the best tracks they have.
And let's not leave it out. There is very big prizes here for these drivers.
Yes, no, this is nothing to shy at. So.
Consisting of £125 per round per win.
Yes.
Second place gets £75 and third place gets £50, and that's per round, guys. You even have a prize for the series winner, which first is 300, second is 200, and third is 100, and both hard chargers get 25, which to me sounds like a great deal for what these drivers are paying to enter.
Most
Now,
definitely.
you think you get hard charging, you get your money back and your money's worth, even if you don't win.
Yes, sir. Oh, here we have Ryan testing the lights, bringing out my inner Deanda for this one. Here
Everybody
we go.
Get ready, come on.
Scottish Virtual Drift Series. Here we go. Drivers ready to come off the line. Maverick in the lead, Kogan in the chase. All right, let's send it! Driftland coming across the line, coming across the starting line and through the starting chicane. Coming smoothly through it in Maverick. Huge initiation with Kogan following as close as he can into 5. A firing second transition into this second bit of the track, coming through the first section, very wide from Maverick. Beautiful line for Kogan to follow. Kogan staying very close, not letting any gap open up. A little contact coming into the middle section of the track. Beautifully through that 4th and 5th outside clip, and Maverick having a very smooth line for Cavish to follow and across the line. That's what we like to see here in Scotland. That is great. We love it. Amazing driving, and definitely could have been smoother at points, but you know, we love to see it. There's both very good driving from both drivers in the second battle. And we're switching around. Here we go for the second battle. Let's send it.
Let's
and then
go.
We got Kogan leading in, Maverick in the chase. Kogan firing into that initiation. A huge speed coming into that first section of the track. Big first transition. Oh, more contact from Maverick in the chase. I wonder what that was. I don't know what that was about, but we're coming into the second section of the track smoothly into that middle section with Kogan firing into that fourth and fifth outside zone. A huge transition with Maverick lacking, kind of straightening up in the chase, unfortunately, but the drivers coming across that finish line. That was a hell of a battle to end off tonight's top 64. And we will see what the drivers think. We will see what the drivers. We will see what the judges think. And we will see their verdict.
See, I had to give him some special things to get him to do that. So his brain isn't working properly. So yeah, he just said drivers, it means judges, okay?
Yes, no, definitely. Most definitely.
What a battle from these two drivers.
Oh, that was great, yeah.
Just, we've had so much fun tonight, and I wonder what tomorrow's going to bring us. And we might have one more. We could have one more time here.
That is also a chance. But here we go. We have Maverick Hudson versus Kogan Cavish. Who will take the win? We have a Euro boy versus a S-Chassis boy. So this is definitely
a very sexy Euro boy.
Yes, I might add. It is a E34 sedan, which is definitely an uncommon drift car that you see, but you love to see it. That was great. Judges should have a verdict any minute now. Just waiting to see what they think. This is definitely a harder battle to decide because that was very close between these two drivers. But
see the replays here.
Yes, we will be getting a verdict very soon.
See Kogan Cavish just pushing him around that corner.
Yeah, no, that was beautiful. Beautiful to watch.
And right here, tapping him, pushing him along.
Yeah, no, that was. Oh, there was a big contact coming through this middle section of the track, coming into the final bit, but very smooth leads and very smooth driving from both drivers, staying consistent and staying with them in the chase and in the lead. In the lead, both drivers making sure to put down a smooth and easy to follow lead with the respective chase, doing a good job to stay with him through the entire track. I will say Maverick had a little more mishaps than Kogan did in his chase, but that's not to say that that is the deciding factor. So we will see what our judges have for you tonight when it comes to results about this battle, our final battle of tonight's top 64. Moving on to tomorrow's top 32, top 16, top 8, and semifinals and finals. It's going to be crazy. Lots of battles, lots of driving, lots of excitement. It's gonna be a hell of a day. It'll be great. Very much look forward to it. And I hope you guys do too. All right, get the side-by-side battles here. Oh, and we have a verdict. Swipe left for Kogan Cavish. Swipe right for Sam Hudson. 1 vote Kogan, 2 votes Kogan, and 1 vote OMT. That's going to mean Kogan Cavish taking the win in the final battle of the SVDS Round 1 Top 64. Congratulations, Kogan, on taking the win in that hard-fought battle. And unfortunately, Sam, great driving, man, but it's, yeah, sometimes it goes that way.
That's going to be Kogan Cavish taking the win.
Hello, Stu.
Hi. SVDS.
Beautiful.
for congratulations, Hogan, on taking the win.
That was fucking epic, boys.
I want to thank all of you for tuning in to tonight's SVDS. This was a hell of a time commentating all these battles. These were some great driving from all these drivers. Some of the most, just incredible battles, incredible driving. Great to watch. You love it. And I hope to see all of you tomorrow for the other half of our competition for the rest of round 1 tomorrow in
I want to thank all of you.
Scottish Virtual Drift Series. Thank you for watching, and good night.
Just you and me, let's escape, girl, tonight.